Next is the GN beam rifle. It's a standard beam rifle, and I found something really awkward for this beam rifle when you build it. When you build it, this one right here is two pieces of whole plastic. It's a whole plastic, and this one is separate. It's for the connector on the arm, and this one is rather great. It's awkward, but it's great. I don't know if they had to detail it, but it looks kind of great if you just have to look at it that way. But when you put it in here, it's kind of useless. I mean, look, seriously, it's really great for a beam rifle to have that kind of articulation, not articulation, but detail. That fine detail, if you could actually expose that fine detail, it would be very, very great. It would look great on the kit. But since we only have this one to cover it up, it's kind of useless. So let's try to put on the GN beam rifle. To put it in, you just simply have to put in the peg first, or not. It's the pop again. Wait. Okay, so there goes our GN beam rifle. Even without the arm, it holds it pretty well. You know, it's, well, sometimes I find it like unnecessary for the hand to hold it in, but it'll look awkward. So here's another problem. Since everything is so tight, you have to like put in the arm holder first before you have to actually peg it in, so that it will stay in. Because if you don't, it will just naturally pop off. It will do the pop. Okay, there we go. I think I'll try to glue in the arm, the fingers in, because they keep separating. As you can see, they are already starting to separate because of the stress on the kit. So anyways, yeah, so that's it for the beam rifle. You can pose it anywhere you like, but I'm not gonna do that because it doesn't look cool. Okay, so it just popped off and it fell. Anyways, moving on, let's put that arm back in. So I really like the GN sword, Proto GN sword on this thing. Oh man, it keeps falling down. What's wrong with you today? This is actually I think it's the 23rd time I actually tried to get this reviewed, because there are a lot of problems. Well, not problems, actually, more of hindrances. Like somebody calling out for me, my phone is ringing, somebody calling, somebody texted me, yeah, some other things like that. So anyways, you can actually get a lot of good poses with this thing. It's very, very cool if you look at it. Okay, so moving on with its accessories, we also have for the GN, for the beam saber holders, we have beam daggers and beam sabers. Here is the effect part for the GN dagger. I only took apart the GN dagger. The GN effect part for the GN dagger. I really don't like the beam saber effect part for this one. I really just like the beam dagger. You know, it's rather one of my favorite poses. When you put him in there, and is like holding the GN dagger in reverse when he's trying to pull it out. I think that's a cool pose for me. And I think I'm gonna try it now. And here we go. Let's put in the GN dagger, GN beam dagger, right there. You see, it's kind of, you know, realistic for him to actually pull out a dagger instead of a beam saber. In the box and everywhere I look, there are a lot of reviews them pulling out beam sabers instead of daggers. But I think in the manga, he is more likely to pull out the GN daggers. Okay, so that's it for the accessories. Now, like I said earlier, I'm going to cover in also parts. Oh yeah, before I move on, here are the GN beam sabers and one more dagger. I didn't cut them out because I'm not gonna use them, so it's better like this so that I wouldn't lose them more often. Okay, so that's it for the accessories. Now, earlier I told you about some specific things for this, some variations, if you may. This kit actually comes with parts to make the Astraea. I don't know if it's actually the Astraea. Some people call it on the forum as the Astraea Type F3, but I'm not quite sure. Some people say it's actually the Astraea parts. So, okay, let's start first with the head. I didn't actually quite finish this because, like I said, I don't want it. I don't want to ruin it. So here it is, the Astraea head. I didn't quite finish building it properly because there is only one connector that is available for this, and it is on the Astraea head, and I wouldn't want to put that in. Okay. Next are the connectors for the vents. These are the Astraea vents, and these are the Astraea shoulder blades, shoulder fins. And with that, there's also the front part for the Astraea. This is where the shoulder fins connect. Okay. We also have the sword connector for the Astraea. I'm not quite familiar with the other parts, but I'm quite sure this one is for the GN sword. This one is the handle for the GN sword, and this one is for when we have to connect the one with the, I forgot what they were called, but they were attached to the hips. I forgot what they were called. Anyways, and this one is for the GN sword. It is the connector or the shield part connector for the GN sword. If you're familiar with the Astraea, it's connected somewhere like here or something like that. And this one is for the crotch part of the the Astraea. It's connected like I think it's somewhere over here like that, if I remember correctly. And we also have, aside from the Type F, we can make it into the Type F2. The parts, the effect parts on the arm and the legs are actually for the F Type 2, but the head is for the Type F. This is the face mask for the F Type 2, wherein you can make it look like the Astraea, almost. And there's also a separate V-fin for the F Type 2, which is this one. I'm not going to try and put it in right now. You can just visualize it, I guess. Okay, moving on. And this part, we have a side skirt for the F Type 2. As you can see, it's almost like the Astraea. Almost. And like I said earlier, here are the parts for the F Type. These are the condenser parts for the F Type. The F Type 2 is more like almost just like the Astraea. And we have a GN drive. A GN drive. This is the GN drive for the Astraea. I really remember this from the Astraea because there's three section cut on the GN drive, if I remember it correctly. As you can see it there, there's a 3-part section, and that's where the Astraea can go full burst or whatever that was called. I really forgot what that was called. And here are some of the flex cables. I call it the flex cables because they're flexible. And these two are for the Astraea, or for the arms, if I remember correctly. They are for the arms. They connect right over here, I guess. And these two, I really don't know. Okay. And we also have the clear parts for the Astraea head. It's somewhere over here, if I remember correctly. Yeah, it's over here. It's for these two. And oh yeah, I almost forgot. This kit has crappy stickers. By crappy, I do mean they really are crappy. Let me just pull out the head here. Okay, the head has actually one sticker, and it's inside. It's inside the mask. I don't know if you can see it properly, but I really can't imagine you seeing it right now because even I can see it. But it's in there. The face mask covers two eyes. Yeah, two eyes. It's the eye sticker. Two eyes. It's kind of weird. Anyways, here's the sticker sheet. Wait, let me put back the Astraea head. Here's the stickers. It's not that great considering that we are dealing with the Astraea here and it's a knockoff. But in particular, they are almost accurate. Just almost. Some of these things are really crappy, especially these ones for the GN condensers on the arms, because when I tried to put them on, they were like too much or too little or too short. Like this one, it's for the legs. When I put it on, it just tore apart, literally. When I tried to put on the clear part, it tore apart. So screw that, I'm skipping that part. Besides, I have plans for this kit in the future. So I guess that's it. And please do feel free to give comments and other suggestions below, right below. And if you feel like it, you can subscribe up there. Press the subscribe button. And whenever I try to update this channel, you can find out. Oh yeah, and dibs on my supplier for this kit. He is a supplier for these type of these lines of knockoff brands. He supplies TT Hongli version model kits for a cheaper price, and I do mean cheaper price. His name is down there. You can find it. It is already linked down there. And dibs on my group, PGBC, Pinoy Gunpla Builders. You can find their Facebook page down there too. And dibs on my friend who gave me the idea on actually trying to review this kit. So that's it. I'll see you all on the next review, or rather, you'll see me do the next review, or whatever. See you guys. Thanks. Go Blamu!